everyone. Welcome to my new cave. Working on my booth. It's a little bit of a disaster right now, but hopefully you can all hear and see us. It's good to see everyone. Marisa, it's great to see you. We actually have Marco on the boards today. Yay! Good to see you. How's everybody doing today? Everybody got their beverages ready to go? Hello, Calvin. Hello, Anne. Hello, Meow Minx. Yay! What are you drinking today, Marisa?
Coffee with oat milk.
Delicious. Delicious. Nice. How's everybody else doing out there? What's everybody drinking? Real quick question, because I just finished episode 8 of Love Next Door. Do we want to dive into that little delicious piece? Hi, WT. Or do we want to wait and hold off on that? Do we want to start with that first? Let us know. So go ahead in the comments, let us know. Pistachio tea. Ooh. Sounds delicious.
It sounds good.
Yum. Sure. WT's let's dive in. Let's do it.
Yeah, I have not watched episode 8, but Jenn, I've been tipped off to what happened, and I'm I think this warrants a big discussion.
Right? Meow Minx, it is delicious. That's your tea, the actual tea, not the tea of the show. Yes. Absolutely. I haven't watched 8 yet, so I'll just mute the segment. Okay, Calvin. Yeah, it's that's what I'm worried about. I'm afraid now because it's again an hour and 20 minutes. So even getting up at 8 this morning, the watching that. Thank you, Meow Minx. Yes, oh my God, 8. Watching that one and Cinderella at 2 a.m. That one was an hour and 10 minutes. I'm y'all, come on, I can't do this all on Sunday. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Don't you know we have a live chat happening?
Exactly. I mean, I'll get up early to watch them, but they don't get the subs out till 8 a.m. here. Hi, everyone. Amna's watching them. Yes, so behind. It's because Friday, Saturday is loaded. We literally on Fridays and Saturdays have 2, 4, 6. We have 8 shows. Oh. And if you're even watching just half of them, that's 8 hours. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Meow Minx, you dropped Cinderella at 2 a.m.? Really? Oh, I love it. I think it's so fun. I need to know why. Why did you drop it? Tell me. I think it's so cute. I think, and that's actually done in 2 weeks. It's a very quick one. All right. So, are we ready to dive in? Do we want to get started? How do you guys want to start? Do you guys want to start with Monday? Or do we want to start with Love Next Door and just get it out of the way? What are you thinking? I feel like I want to get it out of the way, but I also am curious. What do you guys want to do? Couldn't get into it by episode 3. I understand. That's understandable. Yeah, usually that's a good time to break out. Well, since we're talking about, let's just jump into Cinderella at 2 a.m. Who else? Hey, Michaela, it's good to see you. Hello. Is anyone else watching it, or is it just me? Because I think it's adorable. And the reason I think it's adorable is it's kind of throwing that chaebol trope on its ear, because I was having this conversation with somebody, I forget who. I mentioned this to Marisa. It's we're starting all of our chaebol dramas that we've ever watched, where she finds out he's a chaebol in episode 14 and they break up and then they get back together and we very quickly have a resolution. What I love about this one is that we're basically starting at episode 14 and kind of seeing an actual how it would all work out, right? Where they still love each other, but mom doesn't approve of their relationship. And I'm really enjoying it. And let's see who's in this one. Where are we?
So I have not started it yet, and there's a lot of cutesy, not a lot, but No Game No Love might be the cutesy rom-com in my life right now.
Yep.
And also Moon Sang-min, who's our male lead. I just watched him in Wedding Impossible.
Yeah.
And I just felt he wasn't he needed a little more time. He's quite young. How old is he? He was born in 2000.
24. I was gonna say, I think he's 24, and that's exactly how old he is. Yes, he's a puppy.
Yeah,
he is a puppy.
And then we've got Shin Hyun Bin, who was born. Our female lead. She was born in 1986. So that makes her what?
She's 38. So 38. They're 14 years apart. Yes, for sure. There's a huge age gap, and I'm not saying it's not noticeable, but he's weirdly holding his own, which is surprising to me. I don't know why. I don't know. Usually I'm totally, but I will say this. Yoon Pak is adorable in it as his big brother, and I'm loving him. And him and his arranged wife, Park Seo-jin, are kind of the best second couple ever because they had an arranged marriage and like they don't live together, but all of a sudden she shows up and now they're living together and they're like weirdly into each other. It's kind of hilarious. So I'm enjoying them. You know who just showed up to make our third, like our triangle third wheel guy is Lee Hyun-woo. He was in A Good Day to Be a Dog. He was like our evil history teacher in Good Day to Be a Dog. Do you remember him? And he's just so weird in this one. Like it was just got such an unnecessary side thing, right? Yeah. What is this, Meow Minx? I'm still stuck with TMTYL. Good God, I don't know that acronym at all. I'm so sorry. You've convinced me to. Oh, thank you, Michaela. Thank you. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like the setup is kind of adorable. It's like you're starting at episode 14 of this whole chaebol thing, and that's what I'm really enjoying about it. You know, he's tell me that you. Oh, gotcha. Tell me. Yeah, that one was. So yeah, that's what I'm liking about it. Like they're cute, they're adorable. It's not a lot of heavy lifting, but they have some good conversations. Like I feel like they're the most weirdly the way it's written. Excuse me. They have great conversations about how relationships should be and what relationships should be and why relationships should be. And the reason for her to want to break up is actually, you know, she thinks she's being wildly practical, and he's like, I don't know. It's kind of it's very. I think it's sweet. I think it's doing a good job. I'm enjoying it. You know, again,
Is it short? Is it not?
It's only 10 episodes, so it's over in like 2 weeks. So we're already at the halfway point. Our third wheel has already come and kind of gone. Thank God, because he was super creepy. He was really weirdly creepy, like overly. Yeah, it was weird. I didn't really enjoy it. But yeah, I think they're adorable, and I don't know. I just really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. And Michaela, I need to know what you think because I think you might really enjoy it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that one. And we brought that one up because Meow Minx said she wasn't watching. I don't know what just happened to my voice. Excuse me. But yeah, so all right, so we're kind of all over the board with our calendar today. Do we want to start with Monday, Tuesday?
Sure.
Let's do that. Give some people time because we're gonna dive into that episode 8, Love Next Door episode. Good Lord. Okay, you guys, not love next door yet, Marco. If we're gonna do no gain, no love, because I'll be honest, I enjoy Cinderella at 2 a.m., but I love no gain, no love. I'm loving it. It's my favorite. How are you guys feeling about this one? Anyone? Marisa?
You know, so this is like this is the cutesy rom-com with the flying graphics everywhere and the female. So we've kind of shifted in this era. It used to be like the very poor female lead put upon, you know, in a really difficult work environment. But now we've broadened it out a little bit and we're taking on the patriarchy that insists that, you know, women only have value if they're married or have children. Where am I hearing that elsewhere in the world right now? So it's
I should have worn my cat lady t-shirt today to talk.
Yeah, right.
Childless cat lady. Yes.
Mm-hmm. For the win.
Yes.
So yeah, it's oh God, again, this is another Nuna romance. There's
oh my God, they have a huge age gap as well.
Difference.
Huge. Like I think it's another 14-year banger. I think it is.
Yeah, because she's 40.
Yeah, and he's like 20. I want to say he's 28.
Yeah, he hasn't gone off to the military yet, from my recollection.
I feel like he should be going any minute now. Yeah, he's 28. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do like both characters. At first I thought, God, she is petty.
Mhm.
And I guess we're slowly breaking down why. And she knows she's like not lovable. So there's some emotions to explore here. I'm enjoying it. I'm not like crazy in love with it, but you know.
I think I'm enjoying it from, I don't know what it is. I think it's a comedy standpoint. I think it's definitely I think it's like the purest rom-com we've got right now. And I am enjoying it from that standpoint. I think it's having a really good time. I think they're having a lot of fun. And I think that's translating for me. I'm really excited. I can't with him in that wig. Oh my God. The wig, Michaela, is atrociously bad, but it makes me laugh so hard.
I'm not sure it's a wig.
I think it is. I think it's a wig.
But if you look at actual like behind the scenes pictures and like some other promotion stuff with him, like his hair's pretty long.
It is, but it's got, I don't know. I feel like it's got a weird, they've added some things to his real hair then, because I just can't believe he's actually walking around anywhere with that hair. Like it is like 1980s, like hair band almost. Like, oh, what is happening? Like, what are you doing? But yeah, tell me he cuts his hair. He cuts his hair after episode 4, Michaela. I think it's 4 is when we get a haircut. When he comes back as an intern at her company, which I'm super excited about. I'm super excited for it. Yeah, I appreciate the fact that she's practical. Again, I mean, maybe because I'm a Virgo, I like love practical women who do practical things and are upfront about their practicality. But she's upfront about it. She's not like trying to hide anything. And I think, I don't know, I think they're kind of adorable and I'm digging it. But of course, there's a childhood connection. He was one of his mom's wards of the state. And I'm just kind of like, okay, well, we're going to dive into that story. But I don't know, I just really overall enjoy it. And our second couple, what I'm super excited about with that, the second couple, Lee Seung-gi and Han Ji-hyun, they already have a spin-off for their love story. So we're getting what I'm excited about is we're getting a true enemies to lovers story here. Because she has the crush on the secretary right now, right? And she's really, I mean, seriously upset by whatever he wrote. We still don't know what he wrote in those comments when he like pearl clutching crazy about her webtoon. And so he obviously said something that really triggered her. And so I'm really excited to kind of see how they, because comments are so vitriolic and stuff, and it's such a big thing in Korea, I'm really curious to see how they handle that subject matter for sure. Yeah. Michaela, you're gonna jump into episode 3. You're hilarious. That's right. I always forget. You always like to save the first episode or 2 for the end. That's right. So you have something to look forward to. That's right. I forgot. I love it. So yeah, so their spinoff, I think I could be wrong. I have to check the calendar, but I think their spinoff is coming right on the heels of the actual show, or released very quickly thereafter, because I think they've already finished filming it. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that a lot.
Well, that'll be interesting. I don't think we've seen that before, a spin-off with the second couple, because it definitely is a complete. It's already like call it. They've got the foundation of it's a complete own K-drama. Like their storyline is definitely a storyline that we've seen as the main couple in I don't know how many times. So
many times, and I'm really curious. I'm curious if it's like they originally. I think you and I were talking about this weekend. Whether it was originally they were like, we're going to do this story and then spin them off into their own story because the writer. Who was the writer again? Let me see. Real quick.
So the writer she has the same name as Shin Min-a's character.
Oh, God bless.
Her name is Kim Hae-young, and Shin Min-a's character is Son Hae-young.
Nice.
And she wrote My Private Life, or Her Private Life.
Her Private Life.
So, she's good at the rom-coms,
right? So I'm curious if she came to the production company and was like, listen, I have this story and I have this story. If we can put them together and then spin this one off, if it was kind of a 2-banger kind of a night proposal, or if they just got so into production and realized they had so much just content on this second couple that they're like, our episodes are going to be 2 hours long. Like, let's just spin them off into their own show. So I'm curious as to what what the whole, I'd love to hear the inside baseball on how this all came about. Because we haven't seen this before, where they spin off a separate character. Though we are getting it from Stranger with, is it Donghae? We're getting that. But that's like after 2 series and then a third one. And so, I mean, it's a while off. It's not back to back like a Star Wars trilogy that they all shoot at the same time. So,
yeah. So with Stranger, this is one of the other prosecutors.
Yes. Yeah. And that's Lee Jung-hyuk, I think, is the Lee Jung-hyuk. Let's see. Who is that guy? Yeah. I'm digging that one. I'm super excited. That one's coming up in October. Oh, but anyway, so I'm excited about that. So there's that. So yeah, that's my favorite right now. It's the one I get up on Mondays and Tuesdays, and I like basically try to get to it before any of the spoilers show up. So it does not look like many other people, but it does look like I got a few people out there who are into it. I got Deidre who's loving it because of the male lead. Yes, I also love Kim Young-dae, and I'm getting very angry at the hate he is getting on the social medias, on the interwebs. Like, why? Shush, they think he's a terrible actor. I'm like, You leave him alone. He's enjoyable. He's enjoyable. Oh, Lee Jun-hyuk. Thank you, Marco. Yes. Yeah. I'm like, you leave him alone.
No kidding. He takes care of a cat. What's not to
I
love about him?
know, right? And we have a cat in there, which I also love. So, I mean, of
Yes,
course,
there's a cat.
how are we not going to love him? And then you all know that Moon in the Day was like I was rabid for Moon in the Day. So I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. Anyway.
Oh my goodness. Huh.
Right?
No, I'm enjoying him. I think he's holding his own with her. So
I think he is. And I think that's what's enjoyable for me. Like he's holding his own and it's enjoyable watching them banter. And I think he does banter well and she does she's the best at banter. She's so good at it. Okay, cool. So what do we have next? Let's take a look at our calendar. Bum, bum, bum. I'm not watching, Your Honor. If anyone's watching it, drop a note in the comments and let us know if it's something we should pick up. If you're enjoying it, if you want to have thoughts, go right ahead. Perfect Family, I started and then completely forgot I started and have not picked back up. Anyone else?
Me too. I forgot about it.
Yeah. Okay. Bad Memory Eraser, I was not even hitting play on. Blackout, I want to watch, but I have to go way off the grid on it. Has anyone like ventured into that? I'm hearing great things. Your Honor, it's a nice drama, kind of weird. I like kind of weird. Maybe if I get a lull, I might have to hit play on that. Interesting.
Yeah.
But I am desperately trying to find Blackout because I keep hearing great things about that one.
Is that the one with who is it? Who's in that one?
That's the one with Byun.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh, come on.
Johan?
Johan. No. Yes. That's him. Yes.
He's like one of the best actors of his generation. He's so good.
And I'm hearing great things about this drama, like as a crime drama, like beyond evil great things. So I'm like,
and Go June's in it.
Right? Yeah. So there's a lot. And our guy Brian's in it. Oh.
Brian.
That's what we'll always call him. It doesn't matter. His name is Kwon Hae-hyo. We always call him Brian. That's it. That's your name.
Yeah. That's from
forever.
What was it? Yeah.
It was from
Search www. Yeah. Search www. His name was Brian. And he will forever be Brian to us.
He will forever be Brian. Let's see, Calvin. The weird part, the judge is being pushed around by the CEO. I'm still wondering how that is possible. There are days where I'm just like, I don't understand the script at all. At all. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Amy B made it. Hello, Amy B. It's good to see you. Hello. So Blackout. I'm jumping onto the off the grid version for that. Okay. Pachinko season 2. Marisa, I believe you have dove in.
I just want to mention so we don't forget. I don't know if the Frog is on your calendar or Queen Wu because those kind of dropped
because they both dropped as full ones. So it's not on. It's from last week. So yeah,
I don't want to forget about those. So yeah, Pachinko.
You want to do Pachinko?
Yeah, Pachinko. I'm a little behind. I've only watched 2 episodes, and because our K-drama plates are very full right now. And Pachinko feels like destination TV. Like I feel like I really have to pay attention. There's so much history that's being put forth in every story. You know that these things, these tragedies and these hardships just happen to tens of thousands of Zainichi, of Koreans living in Japan and not having status and the poverty. And it's just I just find it so moving and so deep. And Kim Mina as Suja is she just lights up the screen, and she's in these dire circumstances, but there's something transcendent about her and her performances. I just love this drama. So I'm kind of taking it slow because I definitely like to give it my full attention. But it is it's heartbreaking in so many ways. And Stephen No was just unbelievably heartbreaking and emotional. It was just beautifully done and beautifully acted, and I was in tears. Sure. So if you that was
one of the harder parts of the book, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think they really did that justice.
Nice.
I know a lot of people. I don't I don't remember details of the book. It's been a few years now. But and it's a very different, it's taking its own path, I would say. But it's I'm enjoying it so much. I'm seeing Marcus. Yeah, I can see why. It's emotionally, gut-wrenching in a lot of ways. So yeah. That was only 2 episodes that I watched. There's another 2 that are already out. It's dropping once a week because that's like the Hollywood
like
standard,
end of
right?
October, if not into November. Like it's 8 weeks, so it's gonna go for a while.
Yeah.
Liking season 2 a lot. There's a lot of new stuff not in the book. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, cool. Interesting.
I don't know. I'm gonna need someone to like do an article and let me know what's what the difference is, because I cannot like I said, I can't recall the detail of the book, but
yeah.
Yes, let's throw in all the Japanese tropes.
Oh, let's do it.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised. There is a Godzilla statue. Oh, I don't know when it got erected because this is the 80s. But there's a Godzilla statue in Shinjuku. It's like on the top of a building. It just like blows like steam and smoke every now and then. It's very silly.
Wow.
It's very silly.
Wow. Okay. So all right. So we got you caught up on that, but it looks like everyone who has watched it is in tears and needs all the tissues, which is why I'm not watching it.
Yes.
I already read the book. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. What do we got next? So let's talk about the frog.
The frog. You guys.
Frog.
If you enjoy a thriller, I highly recommend this drama. It's on Netflix. It's the tension is so palpable. The cinematography is beautiful. The parallels they're drawing are just so well shot. And it jumps around in time a lot. So it's a fascinating story. And it's really about, like, I guess there's a Korean saying, like, if you like just randomly toss a stone, you could kill a frog. And that's what this is about. There are two innkeepers in, you're not quite sure, is it different places, is it different times, because there's kind of nothing that's really tipping you off too much about what era they're in. And that's one of those mysteries that slowly gets revealed as you move through the drama. But it's how these they just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that these small decisions can reverberate into huge consequences, dealing with death and life and tragedy, just randomly. So it's really good. It's really good. I think it's 8 episodes. They're all on Netflix. You can totally, I binged it because I just need to know what happened next. But you've got Kim Yoon Suk as one of the innkeepers. He's a revered film actor. He doesn't do a lot of dramas, but he's got this kind of slouchy, calming presence, and these things are happening to him, and it's fascinating how he slowly turns and takes control. You've got Yoon K-sung, who's the other innkeeper. You know him from Chocolate or The Kidnapping Day. He was also in God, which is like first gen K-pop. There's another K-pop idol in this too. Go Min Si, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, from Sweet Home. She's in Ginny's Kitchen 2 right now. She is unhinged.
Yep. And as
she's
John
like
said, she does unhinged well.
So well. So well, right, John? Like, she's phenomenal in this, and she like scared the shit out of me, because you're like, remember that film? I'm showing my age. You remember that film Single White Female?
Oh yes.
And you're like, Jennifer Jason Leigh, oh my god, what? Like, where did you come from? Like, it's like that. It's like you're thinking one thing, but she's like cuckoo bananas.
She does do that affected role very well. Yes.
Yeah. And you've got Lee Jung-eun. I think the one flaw in this drama is that there's not enough of her. Right? So we just saw her in Miss Night and Day. You know her from Parasite. She's so good. And you need her character there. Like, you're like, please do what we need you to do. Figure this out. And she's good. Yeah, love her. But also, hey, EXO fans, Chanyeol is in this in a very pivotal role.
Oh.
So And also our guy Jung Sung Ho from The Great Detective. He was also in Chocolate. And when you click on him, you'll go, I because you love him. And again, also a very pivotal role. But I think this story it's interesting because I saw people kind of complaining about the pacing at the beginning. And Lee Jung-un, I think more that not that she was wasted, but yeah, there wasn't enough of her, but she's pivotal. And when you see her on screen, she carries such weight and you pay attention to her. So
she's got such a presence. She shows up and I'm
yeah.
like, okay, yes, tell me what I need to know. Go.
Yeah.
Go.
But I really enjoyed this. And it's like there's some moments that were hard to watch, like, as Koreans in violence, man. But I highly recommend this one.
Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to it. I definitely have to check it out. It's on my list, but every week it gets lower and lower just because things keep getting added on. So frustrating. But yeah, I keep hearing good things about the frog.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Where are we in the right week? We are not. Hold please. Today. Here we are.
Yeah, Calvin. So that's what I was like, did I miss something? Is this a time jump? And he's actually the first guy, and he's just like, I've been through this before. I'm just going to clean it up and move on with my life. So I was like, did I miss something? Or is that a clue? But so I thought that was just kind of part of the puzzle that they were putting out there.
Oh,
but yeah, there's always stuff where you're like, why didn't they do that? But I guess that's the thing. You make this split-second decision, and then the consequences just become they just escalate and become manifold, right? They just one thing after another, and you're like,
It's kind of like the butterfly effect, right? So throwing a rock and hit a frog is kind of the same concept as butterfly effect. So if you just drop, it's like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those kinds. Those are really fun.
Good.
Fun in like a deliciously evil way where you're like, no. All right. So there was the frog. Are we missing? Did you say there was one more that we didn't have on there? Oh, Queen Wu. Do you want to dive into that one?
So I really like this one, and I'm waiting for the second half of it. And I've read some reviews that hated it.
Like screamed, like practically all caps hated it. Like I was very confused.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. Maybe am I not giving it the critical eye that some people are? First of all, so you've got Ji Chang-wook as a king. You've got Jung Jung-so, who I am so fascinated by her and her career choices, and I just think I mean, a lot of people hated Ballerina, and I liked it. I like her in it. So I think she's phenomenal. And
she was
she
was in the one we just talked about, which was that you didn't like the male lead in
Wedding Impossible.
Wasn't she in that one? Okay, that's what I thought.
She was. I'm not quite sure what that was.
That was a cash grab.
I think it would have been fine with a different male lead who could have held their own with her.
Yeah.
And then we've got Kim Moo-yeol as the prime minister. And again, he kind of very rarely does a K-drama. But this, and Lee Soo-hyuk, oh my God, he's just like evil personified. But this takes place in an era I haven't really seen before, which is Go Goryeo. That's pre-Goryeo. This is like Middle Ages. Like the time frame of that period is like 37 BC to like 500 AD. This was like a brutal time, and the palace machinations are intense. So I kind of thought, I mean, this is not a fair comparison, but the film Elizabeth with Cate Blanchett, like the relationship that the queen Jo Jung-so has with the prime minister Kim Moo-yeol really reminded me of like Cate Blanchett and Jeffrey Rush, who was Walsingham. Like you're like, they're so close. I really hope he's protecting her. I hope he's not going to betray her, because everyone's betraying everybody in this. And it's just, it's just like this really intense story of survival. But so what happens is Ji Chang-wook is the king. he was the second son. He wasn't expected to be the king, which means she was not expected to be the queen, which is a setup for all sorts of machinations in her own family. Right. So the king dies. First of all, he's been away for like 2 years on the battlefield, and the queen has had to sit on the throne. So in those 2 years, because we know they set up, she's a smart young woman, she has become very adept at the palace intrigues, the power dynamics, because she's got the prime minister teaching her, like tutoring her on essentially the chess game that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So the king dies, and this story takes place in the 24 hours following his death, because that's a crucial time. There's so much at stake, and who's going to land on the throne. So it's I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fascinating, and I thought the acting was great. And Ji Chang-wook just so commanding in this role. And I know people are having problems. There's not a lot. The sex that they have is pretty explicit for a K-drama. And I know people are throwing up, they're like clutching their pearls. I think it's beyond that. It's like because it is much more explicit than you normally see. This is like the level of the treacherous or the handmaiden. It's very it's unexpected, and I think people are just like, what are you doing, K-dramas? How dare you, Ji Chang-wook? How dare you?
The amount of pearl clutching that's occurring on Twitter is hilarious. Amy B, we saw your comments. Any chance it'll come to a Western streaming site? Unfortunately, as we have seen, I think with many of their historicals, if they don't land on a streaming site within like very quickly, they usually do not get picked up later. Like I'm still waiting for Bloody Heart to land on Disney Plus. Here in the States, right? It's Disney Plus in with a VPN, but they still don't even have it for Western audiences here. So I don't know. I'm unfortunately I don't have high expectations for that.
Well, so what happened was, so Paramount Plus had a deal with TVing. So for 2 K-dramas to come over to Paramount Plus. And then in that time, Paramount Plus merged with a company called Skydance and like laid off thousands of people globally. And this particular deal with TVing ended, or they cut it off. So I think what's clearly happened is that then TVing was like, well, then you don't get the international license for Queen Wu. We dumped millions and millions of dollars into this, so they're gonna hopefully sell it. But I don't.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. I hope so, because I would love to watch it on an actual streaming site that's not anyway. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, I've noticed especially with historicals that they're less likely to get a Western pickup streaming wise if they don't get an initial one. Damn you, Paramount Plus. Damn you. Okay, so and we've got part 2 coming up next week. So they're gonna 30 billion won. Really, Calvin? That's a budget. That's a freaking budget.
Wow. Yeah.
My cat just landed.
I mean, it's all over. The other Asian countries have picked it up. So, like, if you're in the Philippines, or Hong Kong, you can watch it on View. But it's very expensive.
It looks very expensive just from the trailer. Mm-hmm. So yeah. All right, putting that one on it's been on my list. It's just the whole VPN dance. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't have.
I know. Yeah.
It's so much easier just to turn on my TV and go to Roku. Okay, thanks.
Right.
Roku.
It's such a thing.
All right. Okay, y'all. I need people to help me talk me off the ledge of the partner. I need help. What has happened to this show? Please. Is anybody who's out there? Is anyone else watching? Anyone?
So disappointing. I wanted it to be this Jang, like our 2 women, like the very experienced divorce lawyer and the brand new attorney. I wanted that to be the primary partnership, because it's called Good Partner. Wanted that to be. So I dropped it a long time ago. And Amy
B is here for me. Thank you, Amy B. I can't take it anymore. I just didn't even have the energy to watch it this week. I'm just like, what is happening? Like, right, thank you, Cal. You guys, this is why I love us on Sundays. I love it because I at least don't feel alone when I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, someone needs to explain to me why the most powerful divorce lawyer in all the land, A, is getting fired, B, is crying in every single one of her divorce attorney, like her own divorce meetings, every single one of them. I understand divorce is hard. I understand breakups are hard. I'm sure having a kid makes it even worse. But she's supposed to be this badass, powerful lawyer, divorce lawyer who understands the dance of a divorce procedure. And we had her crying in like the very first meeting. And we've talked about this before. Like, if your main character cries all the time, it kind of loses its oomph, right? So by the time we got to like episode, I don't even know what episode we're on now, but by the time we got to like episode 8 or 9 and she's still crying, I'm just like, I don't care. Like, just call it a day and let's sign some papers and go home. Like, it's just Calvin, yeah. Like, it's just, I don't feel like they're giving, it's just so disjointed. Like, she goes from like wanting to crush her husband to like crying all the time. And then she has no relationship with her daughter to suddenly her daughter wants to live with her and doesn't want to talk to dad. And then all of a sudden the daughter is upset with mom because she doesn't have dad. And I'm just like, what is happening, story? What is happening? Yes. I mean, I think badass women are also vulnerable. I'm not disagreeing with that, Amy. Absolutely. But I feel like because she's such a hard ass, like, I think it would take more than one meeting for her to break down and like feel like she doesn't have worth. Like, I just am like, I was really disappointed in like some of the scripting of what was happening. I don't know. It's disconcerting. The family storyline. Where did it go? Yeah. I mean, and then they took her husband from being just basic trash to like, he had to be the worst trash of trash, right? So not only did he just have an affair and possibly want to dissolve his marriage, he then is trash to the mistress. And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't want to get married. And I'm like, you took wedding photos with her. What do you mean you didn't want to get married? Like, what is happening right now? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. And then I don't know.
So this writer has no other credits.
Well, that might be the problem. I think we were talking about it yesterday, and you were like, I wonder if she's getting kind of bullied into like, we should go this direction and we should go that. And that's how it feels. It's like, but I think this should happen, but I think this should happen. We'll just do that. Yeah. Jenn, let's see. Jenn, it's been building for years. We get to see the breakdown here. I'm waiting for the lead women characters to rally and start a revolution. I mean, I'm all for a revolution for sure. I mean, it's been building for years for sure. I expected more dynamic. I don't know. More dynamic resolution. I don't know. So I think they did it to show how much of a roller coaster of emotions through a divorce. Also, the actor of the cheating husband guy had to. I mean, 1,000%, Calvin. I think so too. But I also think that that's what all the other cases are for the roller coaster of what a divorce is, right? And I'm just really disappointed that a lot of the times, if the woman wants the divorce, they're like, are you sure? Are you sure you want that? Are you sure that's best for your family? And I don't know. But yeah, maybe I'm just cranky. But yeah, it's not. It's not. None of the girl power is working for me in this one at all.
So they had Ji Sung Hyun do an apology on Instagram, and it looked so real that people were like, because I don't know if he's married in real life, but people are like, oh, why is he apologizing to his wife? What did he do? Oh my God, he cheated on her, but like, it's not real. They're like, oh, this is the character.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's just chaotic for me. My quibble is a CEO. He is a jack. The CEO makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, I'm completely befuddled by him as a character. Like, just structure wise, he makes no sense. He just comes in to like yell at people and then fire people. And then like, and then be drunk, passed out on his son's nephew's couch. Like, he's a completely nonsensical character to me. He like makes no sense. Amy noted I should pick it up again. I mean, sure. Seriously, last 2 episodes, the divorce case was deeply upsetting. Trigger warning. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't get CEO's trust. What does he have a strategy? Like, what is his game? What is his end goal? Like, I really don't know. Like, I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, I just don't see. I thought I was going to finish this drama. I just don't see myself finishing this drama. I don't know. I got 3 episodes to go. Do I finish it? I don't know.
Oh, that's kind of a lot.
It takes a lot for me to hit play. Yeah. I mean, listen, I love Jang Nara, like adore her. And so it's just, yeah, it makes it worth watching it for me. Yeah. Listen, as we've said before, Amy, I have watched some piles of dog shit for actors I adore. I totally get it. Not saying this is a pile of dog shit. I'm just saying I get watching and finishing things for actors you enjoy. Lord knows I have a list of them. A whole list. But yeah, I don't know. It's just not my style. It's just not working for me. Let's see. Calvin, I think the CEO didn't want her divorce to be public and wanted to be settled away quietly. Sure, but she's a divorce attorney. So I just feel like that was not going. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. Yeah, let me know how that wraps up. I appreciate that very much. I feel like as a divorce attorney, though, I don't know how you can quietly get divorced if you are like a what's the word I'm looking for? A celebrity divorce attorney. Yeah, right? Like, I don't know how that works. Like, someone's going to find out you're getting divorced, and you talk about divorce and how people should go through divorce and tips for divorcing, and yet you don't publicize yours. So,
oh,
yeah.
only married women with children have value.
Right.
So,
So it kind of goes back to that. I'm just like, oh, I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated with this show. I wanted so much more from it. Marisa, I apologize to do this. I'm having a little bit of a technical difficulty. I will be back in like 30 seconds.
oh, okay.
Okay.
There is you guys, did you hear the news? And I don't have all the details, but they are re-releasing 2 older K-dramas. My Name is Kim Samsoon and another one. I can't remember what it is, but apparently they've re-edited them and have re-subtitled them to like, I don't know, to like update the slang and the vernacular. And it's apparently in an effort to like get newer K-drama viewers like us to watch these older dramas that somehow they've updated them. Have you heard about that? I think My Lovely Kim Samsoon's about to drop. But Jenn was telling me that even the director was like, look, Hyun Bin's character is problematic. Like, why you can't like go back in and do surgery on this drama that's already existed and out there, and the story is what it was. So I don't know.
Yeah. The director, they had a press conference, and it was Kim Sun-young. I think it's whoever plays Samsoon, whose name's escaping me right now. And then our girl Sona. Yeah. Yes. And then our girl from Midnight in the Hagwon, Jung-ro.
Oh, yes.
They were at the press conference along with the director, and the director was basically like, yeah, Hyun Bin's character, wildly problematic in today's age. We had to do a lot of editing. I was just like, why? Like, why? Let's just maybe not do that.
Why?
Let's just maybe do a new one. Yeah.
So apparently it's from 2005 and it was on NBC. And I'm sure if you're NBC, you're looking at Netflix, you're looking at JTBC, you're looking at TVN, and you're like, we need a bigger piece of this pie.
Right.
And so some executive in a conference room thought this was a good idea.
I think they're doing it to multiple older ones. I remember reading there was like a handful of other ones, but the Kim Samsoon one's the one I was like, oh dear, they're going to be slicing and dicing that one because he was wildly problematic, right?
Yeah. So it's let me just look it up. Also, like Hyun Bin, God love him, 2005 in the K-drama television production industry was maybe it should stay in 2005.
Right.
I know a lot of people love this drama, but then you can take it as a product of its time.
Yeah, it's almost like a time capsule for 2005, right? Like you can like kind of like open it up and be like, whoa, we actually wrote that. Fascinating. And then, keep going and like, again, appreciate it for its time. I just don't think you can bring it to 2024 and have it make even a small amount of sense.
So I guess what they did was took the 16 episodes and turned them into 8.
How much editing does one have to do to make him into 16 episodes down to 8?
Oh my God. So
How is that even
it's
a
on
cohesive
Wave.
story?
They're calling it the New Classic Project.
That's the best. Right?
Oh my God.
Like
I guess, I don't know. It looks like this is, I don't know. Maybe they're waiting to see how this one does, but they're like, we can mine our entire library. I'm like, oh God.
just a night. I just think it's a nightmare. I just can't even imagine. It sounds, thank you, Meow Ming. Sounds
Yes.
so wrong. So wrong. Like,
does this do anything?
I think it should. It should give us like a rainstorm. Yeah, this is how
Oh
bad
yeah.
it is. So bad.
It does.
So wrong. I wish I had like lightning and thunder too, because that's how wrong it is. It's just a mess. Just an absolute mess.
Totally.
Ugh. All right, y'all. All right, we already talked about Cinderella at 2 a.m. All right, who's ready? Oh, let's do Romance in the House before we dive into Love Next Door. Is anybody else watching that one?
I am.
That does not sound excited about that, Marisa.
Well, at least it's 12, not 16.
Yeah.
I was really enjoying it. And then the last 2 episodes, like, this is about the relationships between a father who kind of disappeared and now he's back, and his adult children, and the ramifications of like of a failed relationship, and how that manifests itself in a young woman who like took on so much responsibility when she was a teenager. And then she's got, then Min Ho from like Shiny is like making googly eyes at her like down the frozen food aisle. It's like, there was a lot to really like.
Right.
And then this past week I was like, God damn it, Mom, you just move your daughter out of the house without her permission because you think you're doing the right thing. I'm like, what?
So, again, childless cat lady here. I am not a mom, but I was horrified by that scene. And I thought maybe I just didn't understand how that would work if you are a mother and you have to like cut the cord and you don't know how to do it. I didn't know if that was a reasonable thing, but I was beside myself that is how she like had her daughter move out. So I wasn't wrong being outraged.
That daughter is the most responsible young woman in the history of everyone who's lived in that, family, like apartment building. And it's like, you just throw her out. It's just like this, it made no sense. B, like, what, you would never risk damaging your relationship with your child like that. It's like, there's like, I can go through a whole alphabet of reasons on why, but it just like, it fundamentally did not make sense. It didn't make sense.
I just didn't understand why they didn't have a conversation about it. Mom could even say to her, listen, it is time for us to have our own. She could have the exact same conversation.
Yeah.
And be like, it's time for us to have our own lives. I would like to live alone. I finally can find out who I am. And then she can leave to give her mother the space. There was a million other ways for that scenario to go down. And I was just like, you just blindly move your daughter somewhere and then don't let her, she can't access the house anymore. Like, it's like, what is
well, this is what she's not the mom in Love Next Door, right? Who just reacts and is constantly slapping you around. She's not that mom. She's a mom who has a great relationship with her daughter. So for them to do this, I'm like, you can't put this out there as the playbook, for how to have a relationship with your adult daughter like that. It just, I was like,
and here's the thing, it's not even like she's, and no, this is not me saying if your child is irresponsible, you should do this. But this is me saying, this is your daughter, as you just said, Marisa, the most responsible person who has basically been taking care of the family financially. And Mom kicks her out of the house and says, I've covered your first month rent. Good luck after that. I'm like, Mom, who's covering your rent? She's been covering your rent for the last 15 years. Like, what is happening right now? Like, I'm so confused by this whole plot point. It's so mean and cruel and just heartless. I was very confused. And I was like, what is happening?
I know. And then I looked at it. I'm like, I think this is an entire show of people making decisions for the rest of their family without talking to them and thinking that they're doing the right thing. Like, dad disappears and like mom tells him, don't ever contact it. Like all these things. I'm like, but
yeah, it was wildly frustrating. I will say though, I think that Mire, who is Sunnown, and our boy Chae Min-ho are adorable. I love them.
Yes.
I think they're so
I
cute.
didn't realize she's an idol too. She's in A Pink.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah. So like Jung Eun-ji, who we just saw in Miss Night and Day.
Yeah.
And then also the secretary from Queen of Tears, Kim Ji-won's secretary.
Uh-huh.
The three of them are in A Pink. I'm like,
Okay.
oh, this is what happens to K-pop idols. Like when they hit their 30s, you know, they can have careers.
I mean, I will say they're doing a great job because I actually believe that they are like blooms of first love. Like usually it's like really
Yes.
heavy-handed and you're just like, good Lord. Okay, fine,
Mhm.
it's cute, whatever. But they actually, I believe, are like slowly flirting and slowly dating. Like they're
Yeah.
adorable. Like they are just adorable. And I love
But now he's going to be her intern. What's
Right.
the other show we just talked about where that's happening?
Exactly. No gain, no love. Like it's like there's so many. Like, I swear to God, I feel like the writers just share notes and they're like, let's try this, let's try that. All right, let's do it.
Honestly. So I don't know. Is this show almost done? Because I've been enjoying it. And
Yeah.
Ji Jin Hee has the most magnificent hair, right? The man is
delicate.
so ridiculously. Oh, did I even do this? Like,
I
yeah.
mean, you just do something, and sometimes it's like, hey, great, let's do it.
Yeah, Ji Jin Hee. He's so ridiculously handsome for a grown-up man. My
Right?
God. Oh.
Yes. This one
Mhm.
is only 12 episodes, and I think we just hit, I want to say we just did 10?
8?
8.
Oh.
What did we just do? We just did, yeah, today was episode 10. So we only have next week. Next week it's done.
Oh, okay. Today is 10. Great. Because I'm kind of done with this.
Yeah.
I need it to wrap up.
Yeah. We still don't know how the dad made money. Now they're alluding to the fact that he's like is a fraudster. And I'm like, with 2 episodes left, that cannot be the answer. That can't be the answer.
Right? He did not make that much money selling red high-heeled shoes in Thailand.
He did not.
That was
a weird, not in a bad way, but just a bizarre plot point.
No, that wasn't, again, it's like this kind of narrow commentary on ladyboys, I guess, in
Is
Thailand.
that what it was? I was trying to figure
Mhm.
out what exactly they were trying to comment on with that, and I was like, I'm not really sure what's happening.
Oh, Korea.
It's like, okay, sure. Selling organs on the black market, I mean, sure. I mean, red shoes, black organs, black market is great. It's all good. Yeah, it's decent, but I will agree. I feel like a few people had mentioned it. I'm with you guys because this is going to be the segue. Are we ready? I actually also overall am enjoying Romance in the House more than I'm enjoying Love Next Door.
After what you told me about episode 8, I'm trying to process it.
Yeah. I don't know, you guys. Like what Love Next Door just is like that K-drama stew with too many ingredients. It's just got too many ingredients in it.
You do not enjoy this genre. I don't see it as a rom-com or a romance. It's more slice of life. It's hometown cha-cha-cha. It's our blues. It's just that it's heavily weighted to our lead couple, whereas the other ones had a bit more, I guess, kind of an even spread among all of the different characters. Yeah. So I think that it's not your genre, and I think maybe that's what you're feeling.
Maybe that could be it. It's definitely not hitting really any of my buttons at all. Like I find the second couple to be enjoyable. I enjoy Jung So Min and Jung Hae In independently, but I don't dislike them together. But they're just these are yelling at each other all the time, so I don't see the romance at all. I don't feel like they've been written well for unrequited love for 20 years. I mean, I think that's great. That's great. I think it's great that people are enjoying it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna like go on a huge rant, but it's just not. I just wanted. It just doesn't seem cohesive to me, and that's and maybe it's going back to what you said. It's more of a slice of life, and it's just too many slices. Like I need a few less slices of life in this thing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely. Yeah, I think it like this writer's last drama was Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. I really feel like this is just it's a very similar format,
Mhm.
It's just they got Jung Hae In and Jung
Right.
So Min, and so they just weighted more of the story to them. It's not a rom-com. It's not a rom. I mean, that's what they say. Like, is that what's on MDL? That's definitely what's on Asian Wiki, but it's not a rom-com.
Yeah, they're calling it a rom-com mellow. Yeah, I'm just like, okay. Well,
Rom-com mellow.
yeah.
Hmm.
I think I think my other, and I'm sorry, I apologize, I may interrupt you, but it's just I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm actually enjoying it much more
Yeah.
than Jen is. I wish I do need more of the moms. Like, I just felt so seen that, like, they have this thing where she couldn't find her glasses and they were on top of her head. I'm like, yep, that's me.
Yeah.
And then and then the mom at one point was, there's a lot of yelling, there's a lot of smacking around. And mom was like, oh yeah, I'm old. I'm from the 80s. I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's me. Okay.
Right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I feel like I think going back to what you said about Hometown Cha Cha Cha. And again, I've only been watching since 2017, so please bear with me with what I'm about to say. But I feel like what she's
So
gorgeous.
Ji-hae.
Oh my god, Soji Hae is amazing. Like, she was so good. I don't feel like there's anything original to this script. Like, it's the same beats that we hit. And again, it goes back to the execution. We know what the beats are going to be, right? The beats. Are they being executed? I just don't feel like they're being executed in a way that I haven't seen like 15 times over. And maybe it is the chemistry between our two leads that are just not, it's not causing it to combust for me. Maybe that's what it is. And then with what happens at the end of episode 8, I'm just like, I hate you, show. I hate you with the fire of 1,000 suns.
I have seen a lot of criticism that people are not that they feel there's no chemistry between them. I think it's okay. It's not it's fine. I don't know. I think I like both of them enough, which is
Yeah.
surprising because I did not enjoy her, Jung So Min, in Alchemy of Souls.
Yeah. I remember that. That's right.
Yeah, I did not enjoy her in that, but I see her as this young woman that's like definitely her mother's daughter, but she's flailing and
Yeah.
she's lost, and so you get really big emotions with her, and I can see how he would be attracted to that because his mom is this. I mean, even her friends were like, oh look, the ice princess is finally cracked at age 60. I'm like, oh yeah,
Right.
that's totally what his mom is. I can see why he would be attracted to like this emotionally, like big emotion, young woman next door. But I think I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not questioning it too much. So
Yeah. I mean, when you say those things, I'm like, oh yeah, right. But I feel like they're not
I
giving me
mean,
enough to latch on to those concepts. Like, I hear them when you say them and I'm like, oh, of
mhm,
course. But again, so many slices of so many lives is like I'm getting
mhm,
kind of lost in the minutia of it all, or I'm just like,
mhm.
what is happening? Who am I
You
supposed to be
know,
paying attention to?
if it's not landing with you, it's not. There's something kind of. Do you guys know the show EastEnders? This
I know
is
of it. I don't know it though.
Yeah, so I grew up watching it in Canada because there was nothing else on, and it was on every day on the CBC. But there's something, I guess, kind of familiar about that, where there's a lot of characters and they all have their own love storylines, or just kind of the how am I going to pay the rent storylines, like very kind of just everyday things that you go through, also kind of storylines. And there are a lot of characters. There are a lot of characters in
Right.
EastEnders. And so I guess maybe it's just, I don't know, feels familiar to me in a different kind of way.
Sure.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. All right. Are we ready to like drop the bomb on what happened at the end of 8? Is everybody all ready?
Yeah, turn off your volume if
Turn
you
off
don't want to be
if
spoiled.
you've not watched the end of 8. Amna is claiming that Love Next Door is nothing like EastEnders, Marisa. She is taking umbrage with that statement. All right. The episode 8
You know what?
bomb.
It's like, never mind.
All right. Spoiler alert.
Thank you, Marco.
Going in. Thank you, Marco. All right. Okay, Meow Minx. Meow Minx is teeing it up. Y'all, do we really have to go the cancer route? For real? For real? Stomach cancer in episode 8? What? Like, I hate you, show. I hate you so much right now. Like, I just there's so many other, like as Marisa mentioned, there's so many other slices of these lives that we could have delved into. Mother-daughter relationships, father-daughter relationships, coming home after not succeeding somewhere where you thought you were going to be wildly successful, friendships, falling in love with your best friend from childhood, sibling. I mean, there's just so many things that are in this, like all these slices, and they have to pull out I had stage 2 stomach cancer in the US, and they removed 70% of my stomach, and then I did chemotherapy. The amount of food and booze she's been drinking since she got back to Korea, how is that humanly possible?
It feels like
And
2 weeks ago. Oh my God. It feels like
I
2
have a
weeks ago,
stomach and I can barely eat popcorn.
I know. But it feels like some executive was like, we need Queen of Tears. And like, give her something, that's 95% fatal. I don't know. I mean, I think like in someone who is actually Korean or knows the Korean television dramas more could maybe help me with this. But like, I know there's this, in dramas, sometimes what you're looking for is validation that life is really hard and things come out of nowhere. And like, this can give me hope to go on. So they better not kill her off in episode 16. But that, and I don't know if this is it, because this feels like it was Frankensteined in. Like, I don't know.
There are people who are claiming that him at the beginning, the very first scene we see him in, where he's talking to the funeral director curator, that they're like, oh my God, he's going to build the place where he can go visit her all the time. And if they do that,
oh God, what?
Oh my God. Oh my God. And I think, and we all know Jenn doesn't like crying, and I don't enjoy it. And because I think, honestly, here's the thing. This is why. I think life is hard enough without having to constantly, I think like just surviving in general and having a passion about anything, and to get to enjoy that passion or even to experience that passion is hard enough, whether it's in love or career or with family. And I think that's a hard enough path to go that we don't always have to make it. We don't always have to do the anvil of death to make it like that much more difficult. I think you can be conflicted and floundering about what you want to do with your career after you spent 20 plus years trying to be the greatest student that ever studented, and then went to the US and completely crashed and burned without adding stomach cancer to it, and still have it being an unbelievably compelling emotional story.
But that's what I'm wondering. Like, how Korean is this? Like, what am I missing? Someone tell me, because we're Westerners and we're coming at this from a Western point of view. Like, what are we missing? Does like Korean viewers, who we know mostly women, I think middle-aged women are the biggest Korean drama audience over there. Like, does it need to be so heavy-handed? Is that what they're really looking for? Or is it just that's, this is the legacy from 2000, 2005. Like, it has to be so big. Like, I don't know. Is there someone tell me? Someone tell me what
right? Let's see. WT, I think it's pretty Korean. I know Korean women who like the intense drama. I know, okay. All right.
Like, we were just talking about this, like with Good Partner. Like, it can't just be as difficult as it is. It has to be so much, right?
It can't be like regular life difficult. It has to be the most difficult. I think
is it like
enough?
Like, is that what the average Korean viewer wants from a K-drama? Something that's so heightened and so, like, not makjang, but like makjang elements in a regular, like, slice of life drama?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. So I was just like, oh God, show 8 more episodes of this. I honestly don't know.
Are you dropping it?
I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I mean, it took a lot for me to get through it today. And then let me say this. It's not that I don't, how do I say this? You guys know when sometimes you like watch a drama and you hit play and you're like, I'm not really like super excited to hit play, but I'm going to hit play. And then you're like, oh, okay, that was enjoyable. I didn't hate it. That's how I'm with Love Next Door right now. Like, I don't dislike it. We're like, Good Partner is now becoming like almost difficult to get through because I'm so cranky about some of the storylines. Love Next Door, I'm just kind of like, why? But I still enjoy, again, Jung Han, I enjoy Jung So Min, I enjoy their best friend, the paramedic, and I'm enjoying her little relationship that's happening off the side.
Mhm.
I want to see Jang Young Nam figure out what's going on with her husband because she clearly wants to reconnect, but they don't talk to each other. Like, I want to see that storyline. And so, I mean, there's definitely things that I want to see happen, but I feel like it's just been weighed down with like so many like offshoot stories that I just don't get. Let's see. Yeah, Meow Ming's like, I'll see what the next episode brings. Like, I mean, we've already got Young Kan's quivering lip next episode, so I mean, I'll tune in for that. He's very good at that. He's very good. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. All right. Spoiler alert's over. Anyone who's out there who like tapped out and wants to come back in, turn us back on. We are back. We're gonna talk about. You want to look at this? You guys want to look at September real quick?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what's happening in September. Whoa. But yeah, overall, I'm just more enjoying. I mean, again, we know listen. I mean, at the end of the day, listen, my life is not tragic in any way, shape, or form, but it's already got enough things that I'm kind of irritated about that I don't really want to be irritated when I'm watching television.
I think maybe is there a flip with Korean audiences where they're like, where it's like you need to see someone who's got it so much worse than you?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
It's definitely a possibility. I'm kind of like, oh God, I already like, that's a lot. I want something. I need something a little less heavy lifting. Unless of course it's like a murder mystery. Then I'm like, yes. I'm weird. I'm a very strange person. Okay, let's take a look at September. All right, September, y'all. We have. I don't get affected by anything. I find it cathartic. Okay, that's great. I do not. That's clearly a missing gene, like a missing keyhole for me. Totally. I wish I found it cathartic. I just get mad. I seriously need therapy.
Yeah, I think there's something to that, Marco.
I absolutely think I absolutely 1,000% think that there's something to it being cathartic. Absolutely. I think maybe for me, laughter is more cathartic. Maybe that's just what it is. All right, you guys. So we had no premieres and no finales this week. It was a very quiet week as far as that, but we still had like 11 shows. Yeah, it's such a competitive culture. Oh, that's a really good point, WT. It is such a competitive culture. There is probably something to that. But starting next week, we've got Soul Busters, which is the new, I'm not sure what genre exactly we're calling it a comedy, but who knows? And the poster looks very comedic, but it is a comedy crime investigation drama depicting the story of the nation's lowest ranking homicide squad and the best elite homicide squad leader meeting to come together to form the strongest team. There's a lot of words in that. But we've got Kim Dong-wook, who's always fun. We've got who's always fun. And then we've got, I don't recognize either of the two women, but I'm excited that there are two women in there.
Kim Dong-wook, I like him so much.
This one kind of reminds me of his, what was it? What was the inspector drama he did that was really kind of Special Labor Inspector Joe? That one. I really, really enjoyed that one. So it's kind of giving me the same sort of vibe. So yeah, I'm looking forward to like checking this one out. This one looks like it might be just fun, easy peasy. We then have our part 2 for Queen Wu coming up on the 12th. That's this week. Then we've got next week got The Judge from Hell with Park Shin-hye.
Ah, right.
And Kim Jae-young, who looks devilish himself, but is as angelic in his own way. Let's see. Kang Bin-nam is a judge with a beautiful appearance, but she is a demon. Her mission as a demon is to kill evil people who lead other people to their deaths and don't reflect on their actions. I mean, listen, I kind of like that a lot. She needs these people to hell, sends these people to hell afterwards. One day, Kang Bin-nam meets Han Do-dan, and he is a friendly and gentle personality. As a detective, his mind is sharp, and he has a keen sense of observation, but he carries pain inside of him.
That one's going on my list.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this one looks like it might be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that one. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, Dear Harry, which is our girl. Why is this happening? Oh, hold please. Oh, I know what's happening. I will deal with it.
Shinsei Kyung?
This is Shinhei-san.
Shinhei-san.
Yes, and then we got Lee Jin-wook and Kyung Hoon. I'm not really into this one, to be honest. I love her, but I don't love him. But I do love Kang Hoon. So I mean, but I think
yes,
he's
Kang Hoon.
So I feel like I'm gonna be wildly disappointed. So I'm just kind of leaving that one there. I'm a little bummed out, but yeah. Meow Minx, which one are you definitely gonna watch? Are you talking about Devil Judge or the something like what did we just call that? Yes, The Judge from Hell. I mean, that's a great title, right? This one cracks me up. Dog Knows Everything, which is a great title. It's a great title all on its own. Hilarious poster. Makes me giggle. And then I just am excited because we got one of our favorites Halmanis. Lee Soo-jung is here, and then we got Song Ok-suk, but I love her. I love this woman so much. Okay, goodbye, Ad. You need to go. I clearly didn't log in. But yeah, this one is hilariously weird. I love it. It follows a group of close friends in their 70s. Yay. Still chasing their dreams and lives to the fullest. I feel like this has Jenn written all over it. Until one of them dies. So I'm kind of looking forward to that one. Could be cute. And then the two that I think that you and I are most looking forward to landing on the exact same day, we have Gyeongsung Creature 2. Yes. Super excited for that. Episodes 1 through 7. We are basically in the present and everybody's back.
7 episodes?
7 episodes.
Is this a 2-parter?
This is part 2. This is season 2. It's Netflix. It's all going to land on the same.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. So
well, remember how last time they split it also?
Did they?
Yeah. I think so.
I vaguely remember that. Did they?
I don't know. A little consistency would help.
Oh, right. Exactly. I'm like, wait a second. I don't remember. I mean, I remember other ones that have split like that, but I don't remember if that one did or not. But yes, I'm excited. They're saying this one's going to land all 7 at the same time. So I'm super excited.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I do love that guy. Nice. I love it. And then the one that I think could be just glorious. It's only 6 episodes. It's only going to run for 3 weeks, and it is What Comes After Love, and I cannot wait. It has Issei Young and Marisa. Pronounce this fine gentleman's name.
Let me see.
Sakaguchi.
Let's see.
Kentaro? Is that correct?
Oh, Kentaro Sakaguchi.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've seen him in a couple of J dramas. He's a pretty big actor over there. And tons of movies. What did I see him in? Only Just Married, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Only Just Married, which is a very cute contract relationship. So I think that might be on. I'm not sure if that's on Netflix or Viki. But yeah, this I'm looking forward to. I love the international elements of it, and it should be good.
WG, it's going to be on Viki. It's going to be on Viki. So yeah, it's only going to be 3 weeks. It's going to be short, intense, and hopefully glorious. I'm super, super excited. The trailers alone are just like, yeah.
There's a lot of Japanese Korean cross productions that are happening. Isn't I want to say Park Min Young is doing something too. I could be really wrong.
I feel like she might have mentioned something about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Oh, I'm super. Those are the 2 I'm really excited about. That Friday the 27th is going to be a big day for Jenn. It's going to be.
That is the day after
romance. It's going to be good, popcorn.
What's the day after we go see So and Gook?
Oh, that's right.
September 26th in Los Angeles. He's also going to be in DC. So for any of you on the East Coast, doing a fan meet.
It's gonna be fun. I've never been to one. It's gonna be so
I
interesting.
know, right? I
So
know.
exciting. All right, you guys. So you want to do a quick open forum? Did we miss anything that anybody else is watching? You guys want to talk about, or we might need to dive in a little bit more if you want to talk about it. Marisa, is there anything out there that is exciting and talkable?
Trying to think. I feel like I'm watching some other not K dramas. I was watching The Double, which is a Chinese drama on Netflix of the 40 episode variety. And I got lost somewhere in the 20s, so I haven't picked it back up because there's so many K dramas right now. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Right?
It's literally like 3 or 4 seasons just all together. You know,
Oh my god.
kind of these different storylines, but
Yeah.
it's so much. It's so much.
That's so much. Like,
Gorgeous, though.
sometimes it's just overwhelming. Sometimes I see some things and they're like 18 seasons. I'm like, and I'm not even gonna start that. I was like, I can't. I just don't have the energy. Amna, yes, we can talk about Gong Min Jung, who just married her marry my husband, screen husband. That was so adorable. Like,
It was so adorable.
I mean, it's a little bit, it was a weird, like, reel to reel kind of a situation, you know, but it was like, they were so cute. They were so
Yeah, because was he abusive? The character was
he was
yeah.
he was abusive trash. Like, he cheated on her and he was abusive and he didn't take care of their kids and now they got married in real life.
Well,
Cute. Super, super cute.
that's what they used to say about Hollywood, like the most expensive dating service.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Seriously, when you're spending 12, 14 hours a day on a set with somebody, you learn a lot about people. It is a bubble, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It's so cute. Their pictures are so cute. They're adorable. We also this weekend at TIFF, the Harbin. Yeah.
Harbin, yeah.
Harbin is
Toronto.
premiering, and I don't know if you guys saw the footage. I mean, it's like super quick clips of Hyung Bin and Lee Dong-wook showing up for the premiere. I can't wait to get all the footage of them, hopefully on the red carpet, and then at their talk back. And I'm so excited to see Lee Dong-wook in a tux.
No. Yeah. So it's the Toronto International Film Festival. It's a really big deal in the film world and in Canada. So yeah, so excited they're there. Because also Stephen No and Kim Go-eun are supposed to be there for their film. I need that film to come out. I need like a because are we ever getting Yumi Cells Part 3? I don't know. So it'll be great to see her in a rom-com. Yeah.
That's right, because that one's also going to be a TIFF. And just so you guys all know, the movie that Kim Go-eun and Steve No are in is the same story as the drama of the same name that is landing, but with a different cast.
Oh, really?
Not to be confused. I think a lot of people are getting a little bit confused that there's the movie and then there's the drama.
A new drama.
Yes, with one of our little puppies playing the Steve No character, falling in love and like the whole thing. And yes, it's both of them are based off the same book. And I'm not sure if one is telling a different part of the book as the story or one is telling, I don't know, but it's getting a little like it's it's a lot. There we go. Love in the big city. Thank you, Amna. Appreciate it. Yeah,
thanks. I didn't realize it was a book, so I'm gonna get that.
Yeah. So there's the book, and there's a series. Let me see if I can pull up who the series is with. He's one of our favorite little pumpkins. Our puppies. And there was a trailer that dropped last week. And if you guys get our newsletter, the trailer for that one was in the video village of our newsletter. Love in the Big City.
Nice. I
can't see.
That's interesting. So I guess it got sold twice.
Yeah, I was really confused as to how both are coming out at the same time, but yeah, they're like practically on top of each other, but it gets a little bit
okay.
Weird.
So it's Nam Yoon Soo who was in the news recently because I think he gave part of his liver to his father.
Oh, was that him? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Interesting.
Here we go. Yeah, so there's the movie that's coming out and then 8 episodes of the drama. Yes. So here's the drama.
Oh, you know what? I never knew what the story was, but it says it's the tale of two roommates, one a gay man and another a straight woman.
Yes.
Interesting. Did you just say that?
I didn't, but yeah, that's the
Uh,
setup. And then Nam Yu-soo is playing the same character as Steve No is playing in the
Got it.
drama. So he's playing the gay man, and I believe it's based on his first love, which is the Jin Ho-eun character. And
Oh,
I think
fascinating.
possibly the movie is taking place after said first love. I think if I'm
Oh,
not that they're related in any way, but I feel like they're telling
yeah,
two different parts of the story.
got it. Interesting. Okay. Hyung-soo. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I
So
need this all to come out.
yeah, it's gonna be really interesting because they're kind of like right on top of each other. But again, one's a movie, one's a drama, and it's a lot, right? My video village.
Mhm.
That's what I call it. How did that happen? No idea, W2. It's a strange marketing ploy. As our marketing professional, Marisa can explain it maybe a little bit better to us, but I'm a little confused. But yeah,
Yeah, no, I need more information.
because they don't seem to be related in any way. It's not like it's not like, oh, watch the series and then follow up with the movie, like where they're older, but so I'm a little lazy on that. But
Mhm.
yes. So those are both landing.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else got anything? Anyone? Oh, wait. I feel like someone had someone out there. What about Your Honor or Blackout? The long view, we mentioned them briefly, real quick. I think only Calvin is watching Your Honor, and I'm trying to find Blackout somewhere, but we can only really find it off grid, so we've got to kind of use our VPN to jump into it. If you are watching either of them, and let us know what you think of them, and we would love to hear that because I definitely want to watch Blackout. Blackout is definitely on my list. Let's see. I feel like there was another question before we jump out of here. I don't want to miss anybody. Nope, I think we got them all. Yay! Anybody else got anything before we wrap it up and we call it another Sunday live KDrama Coffee Break? All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for chatting with us, talking us off ledges, helping us see other viewpoints of what some of these shows are. Appreciating the fact that not all of us enjoy everything. Blackout is on Hulu. It is?
Oh, there you go.
Are you in the States? The Long View? Because I keep checking and I can't find it. Maybe I'm not looking for it the right way.
I have found Hulu's search engine to be a little difficult.
It's so challenging, right?
Right? Like you have to things have not come up and then I've like changed a dash or a space and then it's there. Like
oh, Longview, you just made my day. Are you kidding? I'm so excited. I've been wanting to watch it since it came out, but I couldn't find it on Hulu. I checked like for 2 weeks trying to find it. And I'm clearly typing it like Marisa said, I'm clearly putting a space in the wrong spot or I'm missing something to look it up. Thank you. Yay. Once again, KDrama Coffee Break Live solves problems. I love it. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. We will have a better update for you next time, Longview, on the Blackout. So please come back and join us because I will have watched it by then. Thanks again, you guys. If you want to stay up to date on the calendars and whatnot, and some news, we've got our newsletter. So if you want to go ahead and subscribe to that, the link is below. Also, if you enjoy this, let other people know about it and give us a like and subscribe so that the YouTube algorithm is like, hey, K-drama fans, come hang out with these guys. They're pretty cool. So yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
bye.
Bye.